Hey everybody, Chris, the old-ass retro gamer here, back again with another pickups video. But this time it's going to be a little different than you're used to. And how's that? This time I'm not doing it by myself. I got a little special guest action happening today. Radical Reggie decided to join me for a dual pickups video. That's right, me and Radical Reggie together showing off awesome games we've added to our collection. How's that sound, huh? Kind of amazing. Am I right? So just a little warning in advance. My framing was a little bit off when it comes to the Skype call, so you can't really see the game that I'm holding up. Reggie seems to be an old pro at it. His stuff's in frame all the time. Mine, not so much. So whenever I talk about a game that I've picked up, I'm going to have a little picture in the frame so you can see exactly what it is. Sound good? All right, let's get going. All right, what's up, Reggie?
Hey, how's it going, man?
All right. Glad to actually have another freaking Skype call with you.
Thanks, man.
You want to show off some stuff?
Yeah, I really do, man. I'm pumped up for this, so you're going to love this stuff, man. This is probably some stuff you should probably get yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Enough talking. Time to show what I got. I don't care what people say about this game. I think it's cool, and the DS needs something like this. Despite some flaws, I like it, and that is Zombies Seeker. For DS, and this is basically a rail shooter for a DS, but to shoot the gun, you tap the screen to shoot and everything like that. So pretty cool, man. And it has it's like House of the Dead for kids. If that makes any sense. So game is on the cheap. I'm pretty sure it's a company called Zoo. You can see that Zoo.
Yeah, they made a lot of like shovelware type stuff for like 360 and all that.
Yeah, and I got this for. I think, I got it for like $5 at Half Price Books. So, yeah.
Half Price Books is a great place to get games.
It is, especially when they're not pricing them correctly, man.
Yeah, just don't buy them at conventions. They're at Gen Con every year, and they overprice everything. They had a complete copy of E.T., and they were charging like $100 for it.
Really?
For the Atari 2600.
Nobody wants to buy that.
That's what I said. You honestly expect someone to buy this? And to the lady that was sitting there, she's like, eh. So I went to a Half Price Books myself. And it looked like someone had just sold their entire game collection there. And I happened to walk in at the right time. The only thing was the collection was for the GameCom. I don't own a GameCom, but I was like, for $3 each, why not?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, why not? There's no wrong. I mean, you could do a video on it later or talk about it, your impressions on it.
Well, there's only like 10 games, I think, available for this thing total.
Really?
Yeah, so it'd be really easy to get a complete collection. I was checking it out on eBay, and it's like you can get the games for like $5 each, really cheap.
Wow,
so,
man!
Yeah,
but
I got the Fighters Mega Mix, the Mortal Kombat trilogy, and the Williams Arcade Classics.
So that was like Tiger's Last Hurrah, huh?
Yeah, basically. And then they went.
So my next game I got yesterday, and the reason I got this because the Retron 5 is able to patch games into English, so you could buy a game. Someone makes a translation patch, you can just play your Japanese game in English.
Oh yeah.
Ray Earth for the Game Gear.
Oh.
In the box. Yeah. Everybody's on the Saturn version, but me, I'm on the Game Gear version. So take that, you Ray Earth fanatics. And I gotta admit, the Ray Earth series is actually a pretty good anime. And I'll show you one of the animes I own of it here. Ray Earth, the OVA series.
That's rad.
Yeah, man. This one is. People don't like this one as much as the regular series, but I love it a lot because it's like a mini series in a way, so it's really cool, gets to the point. The art style is fantastic. It looks all cutesy, but hey, these girls jump in giant robots, so that's awesome. That brings the guys in. So
damn right.
So very cool game. We're gonna play it on Retron when they finish the rest of the English patch. But yeah, it's looking good. So
I've been on a Game Boy kick lately. I don't know why.
All right, dude.
So I picked up the original Star Wars.
Oh, is that a good game?
It's the port of the NES version.
Ugh. That's the one where Darth Vader turns into a scorpion, right?
Oh, no, that's the Famicom one.
Okay.
It's a side-scrolling platformer, and you don't really... I don't even think you get a lightsaber in this.
Hey, well, at least you got it complete in box.
Yeah, it's okay. There's like a X-Wing section at the end. They have a picture of it on the back. Doesn't look too good. But yeah, I have the NES version too, and I also have it for the Game Gear. So I've been trying to get like all the Star Wars games. So this brings me one step closer to that.
Next game here is a Famicom game. It's one of the last games I need of this series, and that's Mappy Kids. Yay! Mappy Kids, and hopefully someday someone will make an English translation for this one. Basically, it's like a platform game, kind of like it feels like Mario 3 a little bit, just without the costumes and everything. Basically, Mappy, his son, his name is Happy. And I know this is getting weird. He is about to get married to a girl, so he's trying to build a house and all that good stuff. And
what does a mouse's marriage look like?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, here's them on their wedding day. So hopefully, if you get to get an ending, that'll happen. But it's weird.
I'm assuming that the wedding cake is made out. It's a cheesecake.
Well, you know what? You want to know something weird about the game? Is that the bad ending is it seems like it's better than the happy ending, because the happy ending is pretty much like you get your house and everything. The girl she loves you because you have a house and everything, and you do all this stuff for her. That ending, she's all shallow and leaves you and everything. So that ending is probably better because he could see how shallow she really was. You know what I mean? Like, it's another way to look at it.
I've been trying to rebuy all of the old Game Boy games I had when I was a kid, and one was Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
It is LJN, but it's not too bad. It's just a side-scrolling beat 'em up type of game, but the controls do kind of suck.
LJN did pretty good on the portable system, I think, just not on the Nintendo so much.
Yeah.
Because I remember Superstars of Wrestling. That's by LJN, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they released it. Yeah.
Yeah, that game was awesome.
Yeah, they had some winners. I mean, there was a few. I mean, there's some for the Nintendo that are good. There's some for the Super Nintendo that are good. But this one, from what I understand, I watched Cygnus Destroyer talk about all these games, and I think the second one he said was way better than this one, because I think Rare developed the second one.
Okay. Well, speaking of Spider-Man, well, I know most people already have this game. I sold it and got it again yesterday because I had fond memories of it. But Spider-Man 3, Spider Sting, for the PS3. Now, I picked this game up because the PS3 version, I have the PS2 version and the PSP version. The PS3 version is the superior version, and it's very different than the other ones. It has more story modes and all kind of other stuff in it. But what I really like about the game is certain mini games, like the Mary Jane Thrill Ride. Have you heard of that?
I think I never played the third one.
Mary Jane is trying to she's working at some kind of coffee shop, and she needs to get to work on time. So she gets to ride on Spider-Man's back and everything, and you swing it around the city. It's like this real lovey-dovey scene. And there's 3 games, there's actually 4 games when you do that. The 4th game, though, they get into an argument before he takes her back home. So the last one's called the Mary Jane Scare Ride. So you're swinging up high, scaring her in a black suit, symbiote. Yes, it's hilarious, man. It's a great time, but awesome game. I just wish the web swinging was a little bit better.
Is there a mini game where he dances down the street like a douchebag going?
Dude, I love that scene. I didn't get why people hated the emo Spider-Man. I thought he was fantastic. He brought a little rhythm to it. He's showing he's pissed off. I mean, he was. You know what I mean? Remember the scene he had in the paper when what's his name, Eddie Brock, tried to steal that image from him or whatever?
Yeah.
And he confronted him on it. That was awesome, dude. We need a Spider-Man like that. It's just ready to call people on their BS. But I know people didn't like it that well. But I love the Spider-Man 3. I think it's the best one. But hey,
I picked up the Mega Man Legacy Collection 2.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, brother. Yes.
I always wanted to play Mega Man 9 and 10 because they were download only on the PS3, but I wasn't willing to download them.
Yes,
this is the only way I can do it and have it on a physical media. So I picked it up and I was playing it the other day, and they are just as hard as the originals.
Yeah, they are, man. I was disappointed in the collection only because of one simple reason. I was upset that they couldn't get the Saturn version of Mega Man 8 on instead of the PlayStation version. Mm-hmm. That would have been awesome. And also Rockman and Bass, Mega Man and Bass.
That would have been great to put that on here as an extra, because there's 6 games on the original one, and there's only 4 on here.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's some extra modes, but I don't really give a shit. I want more games.
At least they have a boss rush mode and some remixed levels, which is for the fanatic.
They should have put that Wily Wars on here. That would have been great.
That would have been a great idea, man. You are right. I don't know, man. I don't know what they're thinking, man. I mean, they could have made it more meatier, but I'm still okay with it.
I'm just happy with 9 and 10.
The really important ones.
I'll never be able to afford a copy of Mega Man 7, so that's the only way I'm going to be able to play that one, too.
I'm going to cheat here and show off 2, because 1 might not be worth talking about too much, even though I like it. So I got Bully Scholarship Edition for that 360.
I've never played that.
I love the Bully game. I remember Jack Thompson trying to start controversy about it before it came out back in the day. He didn't succeed. The game was awesome. Never played the 360 version, which has extra story mode and some bits in it. I can't remember.
I think the Wii version is different too.
The Wii version is cool, man, but it's just too gimmicky because I don't like doing that Wii remote and all that stuff. It's just,
jerk off with the Wiimote.
Yeah, like like all over the place. It's like, get out of here with that. So I have this version. I'm very happy about it. I need to throw it in there because I hear it has a big patch that applies itself to it. But yeah, boy. And then the next one is, you're probably gonna laugh, but hey, I don't care because I really enjoyed this game and I somewhat like the movie, the Fantastic Four.
You know me, I'm Mr. Licensed Games. I don't judge.
Probably the most fantastic game out there, man. I mean, seriously. So basically, it's a co-op game, and basically you pick two of the characters that you're going to be you don't pick two. You're with two at all times. You can switch between them, and then when you get to the boss battles, all four of the Fantastic Four are there. So
that's
you can switch
cool.
between all four, and you can finish off characters with a super move, which is fantastic when you fight a boss.
So when you're not using the other characters, are they AI controlled?
AI controlled,
Okay.
yes. So and then they can be controlled by up to 2 players. So 2 players can control 2 at a time.
Books.
It would have been better if it was 4 players, but it's all good. And yeah, did you enjoy these movies at all?
Not really.
But
I mean, like I said,
Dr.
I'm
Doom at least?
Mr. Licensed Games, so I'm willing to play anything.
You didn't like Dr. Doom at all either?
No.
Wow.
I picked up one on your recommendation.
All right.
Siberia 3.
Yeah. Wait.
They discounted it like heavily on Amazon. It's like $14 now.
Oh my God! I paid full price for mine.
Really? So I was just kind of like, for $14, I just happened to be like scrolling through my watch list, and I was like, oh, okay, now's the time. But yeah, I have the other 2 for the Xbox.
It's a crazy game because I beat the first 2, and it's really pointy and clicky type and everything. This one is more like more modern type point and click, I would say. But it's a very good game. It just had a rough release because it needed to be patched heavily because
really?
some of the frame rates are really off. So you'll probably, when you put it in, you'll notice that you'll have an update
massive
that
patch
to it.
Yeah, I played the first 2 for the Xbox, so this one I was looking forward to playing. It's been so long since I played the first 2, I'm gonna have to play through them again before I play this because I barely remember.
They recap the story in the third one. So
they do?
Don't feel
that's
bad.
Good. That's time saved.
Yeah, seriously. Next, you got this, buddy. Neo Geo Pocket.
Aww.
Yeah, Samurai Showdown up in there, man. Shoot.
Nice.
So I got this. I'm a big Neo Geo Pocket fan. Unfortunately, they've gone up in price and they're somewhat hard to find now. But luckily, I'm done. I'm pretty much done with collecting for it, so I don't have anything to worry about. But Neo Geo Pocket is a really good system, and it really got kicked out of a. It really got beat up by the Pokemon games for Nintendo, by the Game Boy Color. And Nintendo hadn't came out with that stuff. This system would have lived longer, but it is what it is.
It seems like no one can beat Nintendo when it comes to the handhelds. Like, everyone else has tried and they just can't do it.
I mean, the closest if someone's came is probably the PSP, right?
Yeah, and I still love my PSP. I play that more than my Vita.
Me too. I love the PSP. It's awesome.
So I picked up a weird Game Boy Color game. I was putzing around on eBay, and I had some of those eBay bucks to spend. So I said this looked kind of cool, so I picked up Hamtaro.
Hey, I just got that game.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got it too.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've never played any of these. I've always been curious about them, though.
They're funny.
So I was just kind of like, it's by Nintendo, so, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, definitely. So, at the Missouri Game Con, there was a seller there that was selling these Virtual Boy boxes for a certain price. I stopped by. He wasn't there, but and these all complete boxes with the manuals and everything, just no game. And he had prices on them, but I was like, oh yeah, I wasn't really sure because there was other stuff I wanted to buy. So I was sitting at the table. He actually came up to me with the boxes. He said, Reggie, I don't care about these boxes, man. Yeah, just make me an offer on them, or I'll give you a good deal and you'll take them home. I was like, because I didn't want to lowball the guy. I didn't know what to say. So he came up, hey, all of it for $20. I said, sold.
Yeah.
And now I have some of my Virtual Boy games complete in box with their games, so I'm pretty happy about that.
That's awesome.
And I actually sold my Mario Tennis because I got Mario Tennis in a box now, the Japanese version. That's how it looked.
Yeah, because that was the pack-in with the console, right?
Yeah, but ours didn't look cool at all, man. It looked terrible. So and it had no box for it, so I got this now, and it's in English too. It's the same thing, exact same as the English version, just in a Japanese box and everything, and different art. So,
weren't there some cool Virtual Boy like exclusives to Japan that we didn't get?
There's a couple that didn't make it over here. I can't remember what they were.
Another Game Boy game I picked up was Iridium 2 for the Game Boy Advance.
Yes, man, we have the same taste, man. I love it.
Well, I have the first one, the Iridium 3D. It's okay, but everyone tells me this one is a hell of a lot better.
Way better.
So, I had to pick it up when I saw that it was like they changed the idea behind it. Now it's like a vertical scrolling shooter instead of being 3D like Star Fox.
Yep, like Star Fox, yep.
I prefer that style of shooter.
Me too. And they did a good job. It has a nice little story
mode.
But
it's by one of my favorite developers, and that's Shinen. They did Nano Assault for the 3DS.
Nanostray?
Nanostray. They did Nano Assault on the 3DS, which is one of my favorite 3DS games.
Let's go the limited route, man. Limited run games was at the Missouri Game Con, and I picked up Wonder Boy there.
My copy just showed up like 2 or 3 days ago.
What's cool about this game too, I've never played a Wonder Boy game before. Well, I have played Wonder Boy 4, but this one has a retro mode you can switch the game to, so that's pretty cool.
Also, it looks like the old Master System version.
Yeah, exactly. So really cool game. I'm so happy to have physical copy because people were going for the Play Asia version because they were scared they were going to get this version.
Yeah, I had it. I actually had it like in my my want list on Play Asia, but then I heard that the version was coming out for limited run. I was like, I'll go for that one. If I don't get that, then I'll go back and get the one on Play Asia. Yeah,
but this one has the manual with it, so that's why I was like, heck yeah. You know what I mean? Like, look at that manual. It's like old school.
I love that shit. That is awesome.
The Play Asia version doesn't have a manual, but still cool to get.
You want to talk about licensed games? I picked up Jurassic Park 3, the DNA Factor for the Game Boy.
How is that?
It's okay if you play the Genesis version of Jurassic Park. It has
I liked it.
That kind of stuff, but there's also like puzzle stuff where you have to like mix DNA and create new dinosaurs. So it reminds me like of the original ActRaiser a little bit, where you have like the two different play styles mixed up. It's not too bad, and it's by Konami.
It's by Konami.
So I mean, it could be better, but it's not bad at all. It's just kind of there.
All right, have you ever played Metal Gear Solid 3 before?
Oh yeah.
And you remember it pretty well, like the bosses and stuff like that? Remember the Fury?
No, not really. It was a while back.
Well, the Fury is back in his own game. Fury!
Oh, yeah. I got that one, too.
No, I'm just kidding. But I got Fury from Limited Run. They talked me. One of the people talked me into getting it. They say it's pretty much all boss battles and story.
Yep. It's like boss rush the game.
That's pretty cool. Except the first boss battle drags out too dang long, man. He was getting boring. I was like, dude, I should hurry up and beat you already. He kept rejuvenating his energy, and I was like, ugh, get out of here. But very cool game. I just might have to play it on easy because I just don't have the time to be figuring out some boss. I just need a good paced fight and move on. So, a very cool game. The music was fantastic. This is the Fury Definitive Edition. It includes Fury and its DLC, One More Fight. So I get one more fight towards the end. And it'll be the fight of my life.
We hope. There's like a twofer. I felt like I had to buy one at the same time I bought the other. So I bought X vs. Sever and then Ballistic X vs. Sever. Did you ever see this movie?
What kind of games are those?
Did you ever see the movie Ballistic X vs. Sever? It was Antonio Banderas and Lucy Liu. Came out maybe in like the early 2000s.
Sounds familiar now.
It was a really crappy action movie.
Yeah.
It's actually considered like one of the worst movies ever made. It's like if you look at the reviews, it's like down the bottom.
B2 Cruise Control?
Well, here's the thing. Like I'm gonna do a video about the two of these because there's a weird, funny story behind it. But they're first-person shooters.
Okay.
And this is like the original, and this is like the one that's based on the movie is actually the sequel. Okay. And the funny thing is, these got way better reviews than the movie ever did. They say it's like one of the first games where the games are awesome compared to the movies.
Right, we need more of that. Our next game, of course, we talked about this before. Oceanhorn, the Vita version and the PS4 version. Played them briefly. Just gotta get some time to plan, but it started off real well. Of course, people who are watching this, if you like Zelda games and you want a Zelda game on the PS4 or Vita, look no further than Oceanhorn.
Yeah, that's why I want it.
Yeah, it's even got voice acting in it, which is something I've always wanted in Zelda games. Just a fantastic adventure. It looks good. Like I said, I haven't really gotten into it yet, so I can't tell you more than that. But it's definitely something that's sought after now from a limited run because a lot of people missed out on it.
That be me. Nintendo clearanced these out the other day on eBay. So I picked one up. It was like, what did they clearance them for, like $10 or something? So I picked up Wii Party U.
Oh. Hey, let's get the party started, right?
Yeah, right.
Somebody tweeted me in Tacoma, where I pretty much live at, Lakewood, Tacoma, and they said, "Hey, Reggie, I saw a pinball machine at the the Tacoma store, Value Village," and I said, "How much was it?" And they said it was like $5. I said, "I'll go check it out." I go down there, and it is. Hold on, let me hold the. Yeah. Super Mario Brothers pinball.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was $5. The Value Village sticky there,
Yeah.
and
That's actually, that might be what we have. Value Village might be our Savers, because those labels are exactly the same as what we have at Savers.
it probably is.
Yeah.
They just name it something different. That's smart. Yeah, yeah. For business reasons, they do that. The different names at different places. Like over here we have Carl's Juniors, but on your side you have
Hardee's.
Harpies or something.
Hardee's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it's the old school one from the '80s, and it still works.
What year did that come out?
Yeah, the lights are not working properly, but I can fix that. Probably just a little recap or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What year did that come out?
I think this one came out like in 1988.
So I have a fighting game here.
It's pretty good.
For the Super Nintendo. It's Unholy Night.
Oh, we talked about this.
Yep. I picked it up. I missed out on the first batch that they had, and another batch came out. They did a second run of it, and I picked it up then. And
nice, man. So what'd you think of the game?
it's okay.
Yeah. They needed more RAM to make what they wanted to do.
I mean, it's cool to have a brand new game for the Super Nintendo, but like the character I picked, all I had to do was spam low kick, and I beat every single person that came up to me.
So no AI intelligence.
Yeah,
really.
it's just it was kind of disappointing like that. But I mean, it's cool that, like I said, a brand new game for the Super Nintendo. That's amazing.
Guilty Gear, Revelator 2.
Oh,
I don't think I showed this off in our last video.
I love Guilty Gear. I love it so much.
So basically what this is, if you ever played the first Revelator, this is a second version of it, the update for it, which on a disc, thankfully. I had to get the disc version of it because I want all my stuff on the disc. It comes with the two characters. One is Answer, and the other one is Viking, the samurai girl with one eye. So she's on here. They added a little bit of extra story mode, like a little bit more epilogue, which is awesome. So if you like the story mode, it's on here with the epilogue. I just love the Guilty Gear games, and they can't do anything wrong to me. I've been following Guilty Gear since the beginning, back in 1998, 99.
The PS1?
When it came out. First one, still got it in the room. Fantastic series, man. I mean, Guilty Gear is back, and it's better than ever. And before I sold off the original version of Revelator, just because I do this kind of stuff because this is cool, but I kept the manual for it. I threw the manual in here because it's color manual. So the new Revelator doesn't have a color manual. So
Yeah, the last one I bought was that Exerd Sign.
That one was excellent.
Yeah, you got all that new fancy Guilty Gear. I picked up the Guilty Gear for the Game Boy Advance. And it's still sealed.
You are awesome, dude. So I got that game in box for a while back at Jason. Jason was like, I think he just recently got it too. And I had 2 copies of it, so I threw the extra copy inside there. So if I ever want to play 2-player Guilty Gear on Game Boy Advance, I mean, not that anybody's going to do it, but you have the ability to do it, which is awesome. So I'm happy you got that, man.
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate the game at first, but now, looking back on it, man, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet. It's still sealed, but it's going to happen.
Are you going to break the seal?
It's going to happen. I'll do it right now.
happen?
Shit. I do it right now.
Breaking the seal right now? Hell yeah, that's how you do it, man.
Hey, bitches, get your ass out.
So where did you get this from?
I got this on eBay real cheap.
Yeah?
Just
Excellent.
when I'm at work, usually on my lunch break when I'm at work, I got nothing to do. I'll sit at my desk and I'll just putz around on eBay and just look for deals. New game smell from 2002.
That game
2001.
was
God
weird because
damn.
nobody thought they would make a Guilty Gear game for the Game Boy Advance, but then hell, they made one for the Wonder Swan and a couple other systems.
Oh, really? Jeez.
Awesome, dude.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
happy you got that.
I know what I'm doing today.
My next game here, I'm sure you got this. I hope you did. If you didn't, I'm mad at you. We both love shoot 'em ups, and I said, hey, why not Ghostblade HD?
Oh, you mean this?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. See what I'm talking about, Chris? We got the same taste, man.
Yeah,
Hell,
the moment I saw this go up for sale on PlayAsia, I got one of those emails where they're like, oh, if you want to pre-order it now, you have like until like, tomorrow to do it.
Right.
Click!
And it comes with a bunch of good goodies. I mean, well, a lot of not good goodies, but like, I don't know why I said that.
Cool shit.
Good stuff in it. Like, you get your soundtrack, reversible cover.
I don't know what I'm going to do with some stickers, though.
Yeah, some stickers, too,
I ain't 12 years old.
Yeah, they could have gave us like an art book or something like that. But,
Yeah, that would have been rad. But I'm you know what? They gave me the soundtrack, and I'm okay with that.
Soundtrack is really good. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a YouTuber out there called Studio Mudprints.
Mm-hmm.
He does a lot of shoot 'em ups and stuff like that. He actually did the arranged soundtrack for the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man, he did all of it, man. He even sent me a link to it, and I got to listen to it. If you play the game, play with the arranged soundtrack on because it feels a lot better playing it with that soundtrack. It's a lot more.
Yeah, I was playing this last week, and it is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, me too, man.
I was like, seriously, I beat the second level, and I must have hit like 6 different achievements at once.
Really?
I don't know what the hell I did, but it was just like, it was loading the next level, and it was like, achievement. I'm like, what? Like, what did I do? I'm like, I don't get it.
Dude. That's what I'm talking about.
So I ordered an import from the same place where I got my copy of Slain
Right.
for the PS4. I got a physical copy of Super Meat Boy.
Sounds pretty meaty. Tell me about this game.
I know this is like a DLC game. It came out on I think the Xbox 360. And it's like a platformer puzzler.
Really?
And you can slide up and down walls. You're basically like this chunk of meat that leaves like blood streaks everywhere you go. And it's like you have to jump around. It's kind of like that N Plus game that they just released for limited run.
Oh.
It's kind of like that, where it's just about, here's the screen, you need to get from point A to point B, figure out how to get there. And it's like that. And I remember watching the completionist play it, and it looked really fun. It's just I wasn't willing to download it because it was only DLC only. So,
yeah, speaking of, not to cut off our pickups, man, but I found out when I was in Portland, I was talking to Adam Corlick, I think.
Yeah, he's local.
I know his first name is Adam, but his
Corlick,
last name,
Corlick.
I forget how to pronounce it. So
he lives downtown.
Oh, okay, cool. So I was talking with him, and he's like, Reggie, he knows I'm like into a lot of imports and stuff. He said, Reggie, a lot of physical releases are being released for PAL games that a lot of people don't know about. And you know that there's a Tomb Raider game that came out as DLC only for the PS4, and it got a physical release in PAL territories. I had no idea about it, man. I was surprised. I couldn't believe it.
Is it that one that I see at every time I go to GameStop?
Yeah, something of light, and it comes with a download code, but it has a case.
Yeah, that's that. There's that, and those Telltale games are all like that, where you basically just get a code.
Yeah, can you really have the nerve to actually do that? Like, you get the first episode, but the rest you have to download. Ugh.
It's like so basically I'm paying for an empty case.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy into that practice, and I hope other people don't.
Nope.
But it's just ridiculous. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Now that I know that there is a physical version of it, I'll probably order it through them if I can find a copy of it.
Yeah, it's not hard to find. It's just that nobody knows about it, so there's that. But here, the next game is I got a Broken Age from a limited run.
Yep, ordered that one.
I got it for the Vista and the Vita. This is from the maker of Psychonauts.
Yep, Double Fine.
Like so,
Tim Schafer.
Yeah, very good game from what I played of it. It looks very interesting. Haven't had time to finish it, but just looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is the one that took like a month to show up. Drive.
Ooh.
It sounded interesting. I watched some footage of it, some gameplay of it on YouTube, and I was like, all right,
I don't know, man. I'm thinking like maybe you'd rather play that one DS game, the Riding with the Homies one or whatever it's called.
Oh, Homie Rollers.
Homie Rollers,
Most
man.
racist game I've ever seen that I actually own. like I said, dude, like every character is a racial stereotype, and the Mexican guy drives a burrito.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ugh. If you watch I have my game room tour video coming out tomorrow.
Right.
And if you look, when I get to the part where I show where I keep all of my handheld games, I have a homie still sitting on top of that shelving unit, the one that I kept.
You serious?
Yeah, I still have one.
I'm gonna show you Psychic Force for Part 2 for the PlayStation 1. Psychic Force 1 came out on the PS1 and it came out on Dreamcast as well. But Part 2 only came out in PAL territories and Japanese territories on the PS1. So this was sent to me. Very cool fighting game where you fight in the air, kind of like air battles and stuff like that. Very
so it's
cool
kind of like
game.
Dragon Ball Z-esque.
Kind of in that way. Yeah, exactly. Just not all that fast-paced action though. Just a bunch of zooming and all that good stuff. But happy to own that. And wow, I need to replace that cover. It's all cracked up. And I also got, just to knock this one out too, Hermine Hopperhead, which is a game I remember from back in the day. I wanted it on the PS1, but it never came out to America. I read about it in Game Fan. It's a good platform game. Just really, the music can be kind of monotonous, so just be aware of that.
That looks pretty cool. That's
a
Japanese release?
Yeah, Japanese release, and it's only like a $20 game, so it's very good.
I have a Japanese PS1, so...
Oh, you're good to go.
Yeah. Here's another fighting game. Not a very good one. I picked up Killer Instinct on the Game Boy.
Wow, dude, I'm surprised he even made it for the Game Boy.
Yeah, I was too. So when I was putzing around on eBay one day and I saw this, I was like, should I? Yeah. But it's Super Game Boy enhanced, so it has like a color palette if you're playing it on the Super Game Boy, and it has like that border that you can get around the screen and all that. But it controls okay for like a Game Boy fighting game, but it's just so choppy, and like the hit detection kind of sucks, and it's just not the same. It's just not.
Wow.
No.
Well, it's good. It's a good novelty.
Yeah. I guess. But like I said, I want to get all the rare games, so I had to get this.
Probably one of the best DS games I ever played. A lot of people don't know about this game, but man, if you have time to look for it, man, get Wild West, man. It's like one of the most. What? You got it too? The Wild West, man. What can I say about this game? As long as you're right-handed, you're good to go. If you're left-handed, though, you're probably kind of screwed with this game. Probably shouldn't pick it up. But it focuses a lot on the stylus and touch gameplay, so just be aware of that. But what do you think of it?
It is shit.
It's nice to find these games that only came out that nobody knows about, like that came out in limited quantities and just like unheard of. But
yeah.
I'll be honest about Wild West, man. I mean, I like it, but I wish it wouldn't make you focus on stylus gameplay.
I hate like those gimmicky stylus games. I have a couple. I know like the Ninja Gaiden game that came out for the DS was like that, and then I have I was talking with you about it yesterday, the Star Wars, Clone Wars, Jedi Alliance, where basically you have to tap where you want your character to go, and if you want to attack something, you have to tap the character with the stylus until they die.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. And like I said, like you said, I'm a lefty, and playing this game for me is a nightmare because using a pen with my right hand and try to be accurate with it does not happen. So I was dying all the time because I just could not aim.
Yeah, and the game is unforgiving. You know what I mean? Like it pulls no punches. It comes at you right away. So if you can't control it properly, then it's pretty much like unplayable.
Yeah,
which, sucks. So I totally get you on it, man. But hey, maybe you could trade it for something else better, or sell it for a decent. You plan to. The Wild West, folks.
Get this shit. Picked up the Castlevania adventure for the Game Boy.
Awesome.
I had this one back in the day, so I had to get a copy of it. It was a little pricey, but I actually had sold a lot of stuff on eBay, so I had credit, so I was willing to pay for it. I think I only paid like $20 out of pocket for it. So,
good. That's
not as great as I remember it being. Back in the day, I thought this was like the most amazing thing ever, that I had like a Castlevania game I was playing in my hand. But nowadays, it's a little slow.
Yeah, he just walks too slow. If they speeded it up a little bit, it would have been fine. But they actually remade it on the Wii.
Yeah, the Rebirth console, or whatever it was called.
Yeah, that one needs to get a physical release. That game is
totally.
Awesome. Next game here, Steel Princess for the DS.
Yep, I actually have that one.
Yeah, I never heard about this game. It's an isometric view. Looks really cool. I haven't played it too much, but it has a little story to it. I don't know how the story is, but there's a lady with a glass eye patch on the back. See her. And yeah, it looks really cool. And I got this in Missouri, and I haven't played it yet, but it looks really good. Can you give me a little input on it, or?
Yeah, it's like an action RPG, but it's I picked it up like, I don't know what, 3 years ago off of Amazon. I think I paid like $4 for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I tried it out when I first got it to see if it worked, and I played it for maybe 20 minutes, and it was pretty fun.
Okay, cool.
Conker's Pocket Tales for the Game Boy Color.
One of my first Game Boy Color games I owned.
Never had this one, but because it's a rare title, I had to have it. But although he's not all cursy in this one like he is on the Nintendo 64 version.
That version is how the original 64 version was going to be.
Yeah.
Him, like, all kitty-like. So,
but, yeah, this is kind of like Mario Brothers.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah. I guess you could say that. Next game here, Res Infinite for the PS4.
Yep, I ordered that from I Am 8-Bit.
I Am 8-Bit is knocking. I think this is one of the first games that they released.
Yep, they did that, and then they did Hyper Light Drifter.
Oh, Hyper Light Drifter is awesome.
Yeah.
But this game, I never played it before, and it's weird. You shoot the enemies, and it makes music kind of in a way.
You never played the old version of it that came out for the PS3 and the Xbox
No,
360?
I never play any of them.
Yeah, it's like a music-based on-rails shooter.
Tell.
It's really fun. I love the music in it. The music's amazing.
Yeah. I was really enjoying it, and I'm just happy to have it. One of my friends traded it to me. I never would have went out and bought it because I didn't really know too much about it. So, very cool.
I picked up another licensed game, but this is an old one, and it's weird. Universal Soldier for the Genesis.
Is that Dolph Lundgren?
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren and Van Damme. Weird thing about this one is it's a Turrican game that they just turned into a Universal Soldier game.
Oh, so they reskinned it.
Basically, all the moves are the same. You can turn into that rolling blade ball and bounce around,
Right.
and the weapons are all the same. The boss, instead of, like, you can look on the back here, right here, they just made a big Dolph Lundgren boss instead of whatever boss it was in the original game.
Whatever. Oh my god, dude! What system is that for?
It's for the Genesis.
Wow.
Ballistic always made these really weird cartridges. And
Like
this
Double
cartridge
Dragon,
is
I
like
remember.
massive.
Yeah. Is it expensive?
No, not really. I mean, for a Turrican game, it's not bad, but it's just, if you want something that's like Universal Soldier, you're not going to get it. Because it has nothing to do with the movie.
Man, so my last item, very dear to my heart. You heard of the Longest Journey series.
Mm-hmm.
They actually ran into cliffhangers in the last two games. So they just started a Kickstarter, and they were able to make the final game in the series, which is the Dreamfall chapters. So after all these years, I believe the game came out in 2000. Was it 2000, maybe 2001, around that timeline, 2002 possibly. To finally get an ending to the series and a closure, it's just really nice after all this time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like 15 years later, pretty much. You know, and this game is awesome. I mean, it wraps everything up well. It has a lot of replay value to it. Lots of great voice acting, deep story. It's moving. Really cool. And you know what sucked about it is after it got kickstarted, they were releasing the episodes of episodic content.
Yeah.
As download on Steam. You know how we are, man. They're doing that. We're gonna.
Nope.
No, we're not doing that. Yeah, because I don't want to be stuck on a cliffhanger and not know when the next one's going to come out. So they finally got them all out, and they released it on the physical format, which I thought they were going to release it in America too, but they only released it in PAL territory. So got the physical copy here. Excellent game. It came with the original soundtrack. You could download the soundtrack.
Awesome.
Which I did. And yeah, just awesome game to have.
I'm gonna have to pick that up. I have the Xbox version of one of the games. There's
Dreamfall,
but one of them we didn't get one of them we didn't get for consoles, did we?
Yeah, the first game we didn't get.
Yeah, so I got this. So the one I have is the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, the first one had a lot of dialogue, that's for sure. But cool series, man. So wow, that was a big pickups video.
Oh
man.
yeah.
We went into this blindly, and yeah, you know what I mean. It's
yeah.
hilarious.
I don't know. I still think that the winner is the Wild West.
The Wild West, man. Gosh, man.
I was so mad. I was so mad when I played. Here's the thing: when it comes to handheld games, I usually only play them on the toilet. And my bathroom is like, behind my bathroom is my neighbor's bathroom. So I'm pretty sure he heard a lot of weird cuss words coming from me that day.
That's hilarious, dude. I mean, from watching it being played, it looks excellent, dude. But when playing it yourself, I was like, oh, dude, what the hell's up with the controls?
Yeah, like, because I remember you were showing this off in that pickup video from the MoCon. And I was like, oh, that looks really cool. So I looked it up and I saw some pictures. And I saw that you're like fighting like a mech on the back. And I'm like, oh, that looks awesome. And I'm like, and I wouldn't be cool. I mean, and you said it was like Gunsmoke, kind of. Or I think John Riggs said it was like Gunsmoke.
It is, but a Gunsmoke with a
but
gimmick.
Not really.
Sure. I mean,
yeah. So I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. So I picked it up because I found it cheap. Now all of a sudden it just jumped up in price.
Yeah, man. I have a feeling because of that video, man. I can't talk about nothing without people raising the price for it. And then other people come to me blaming me for
it's it. Reggie curse. It's a radical Reggie curse. If somebody
raises the price, just don't buy it for that price. If people come together and don't buy outrageous prices, then, obviously the value will go down. I mean, but people don't care. They just want to buy it immediately. And, Well,
I got it before the price jumped up, so I was happy about that.
Oh, hell. I mean, if you don't like it, maybe it's a good thing that the price jumped up. You can sell it for a good amount and get more games. So there you go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The reseller blood is boiling. But, it had the potential to be really good, and it kind of just fell short.
Yeah, the controls what kills it.
Controls are what kills it. Everything else looked really good. Like, it had a little story mode to it, which is funny. There's a level where you're riding horses, a bunch of mini games that looked really cool. Mm-hmm. So
there's like a minecart level.
There is. Oh man, I'll probably never get to it because controls are so damn tough.
No thanks. You're dead to me, Wild West.
Well, Chris, man, I guess I better get ready to go, man.
Yeah, thanks for doing another video with me, dude.
Yeah, man, hit me up anytime, man. We can do another video anytime. Like, all right, man, I'm getting out of here, man. So,
all right,
I'll catch you later, brother.
See ya.
See ya.
As always, talking to Radical Reggie over Skype is amazing, and as usual, we ended up talking for way longer than we anticipated. It looks like we only talked for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. No, we talked for almost 2 hours about movies, video games, just regular stuff going on. It's a lot of fun because Reggie's an awesome guy. And I, of course, want to thank him for taking time out of his schedule to hang out with me over the interwebs. I'm sure we'll do it again sometime in the future. So what'd you think of the pickups? Awesome stuff in there? Yes? No? Maybe so? Let us know in the comments below what games you liked that we picked up, what games you didn't like, what games we still need to pick up. I'm sure Reggie would like to hear from you just as much as I would. And until next time, I'm Chris, the old-ass retro gamer, signing off.